welcome you to Mwea Irrigation Development Projects. My name's Engineer Samson Kitwili from Joycott Contractors, the project manager for Package 2, Lot 1. Lot 1, Package 2 entails the construction of Link Canal 3 with its related structures, construction of irrigation canals and their related structures, improvement of existing Link 1 and Link 2, and also the supply of the gates for irrigation and the related structures under the contract awarded to Joycott Contractors of Nairobi.
The purpose of this project is to expand the area where rice is planted to increase food production and also to make sure that our people don't suffer more on this field of rice production.
Actually, the overall goal is to increase the acreage from 7,200 hectares to 9,400 hectares of the land in total. The package we are handling is part of that wider project objective of increasing irrigated agriculture from the mentioned acreages, and we come to the tail end of the overall project in terms of there's a header dam, the Viba Dam, which is being done upstream, and as we are at the downstream, actually at the tail end of the bigger Mwea Irrigation and Development project. Overall, for the canal works and related structures, we are looking at a timeline of about 12 months to implement this. We are on board, already started.
I'm the approved soil engineer in charge of the quality and operation as far as soil is concerned. The first activity is usually you do clearing and grubbing. You remove the shrubbery, the roots, and any tree that is there. The second one, you do a stripping of 200, just to remove the top 200 millimeter of soil. Then after that, we usually request for approval for that surface. You confirm with the levels, the setting out. After the setting out and the levels are confirmed to be okay, you do a trial embankment. The essence of trial embankment is usually to confirm the compaction methodology and how you are going to control the water. Because compaction is a relationship of water, how much water is inside the soil gravels, and the compaction weight, depending on the machine that you have. Once you do trial embankment, you get your results ready, then you are given a go-ahead to do the embankment. The embankment is basically you get the material from the borrow pit, which is tested and approved. You spread the material on the section where you are going to do the embankment. You process with a grader, depending on how much moisture is there. Then you compact with the rollers. Then that layer is tested by the lab staff or the quality control team. They do something they call field density test, and also the moisture content in that layer. After the layer has been tested and it's found to be okay, now you proceed with another layer of embankment. The machines involved in construction of embankment is basically the trucks to bring the material, the grader to spread, and the rollers to compact. And then we also have water buzzers to add water in case the material coming from the borrow pit, the moisture content is below the optimum.
I'm a surveyor for Joycott General Contractors, doing survey for this project. So basically, survey, it entails doing topo survey, leveling survey, drawing survey. But in this project is controlling of levels, doing topo, and setting out data.
Safety is one of our pillars at Joycott General Contractors. What we do is to create a culture where we care about our people. That is in terms of wherever they are working, we ensure that there are lesser risk, and also we try to eliminate the risks that probably our employees or our staff and the community can experience. We have equipped our guys with safety helmets, we have the reflective vest, we have the safety boots, and we also add the gloves, the earmuffs, and also we also provide the glasses for the works that are going on. So it's a culture that we have had in Joycott General Contractors.
This will be the contractor site offices, and within the site offices we are required to construct and equip a suitably furnished and equipped clinic at the site in order to offer medical services to all staff, the workmen, and any nominated personnel as directed by the engineer. And the station will be operating 24 hours when the works will be also going 24-hour shift basis. And the contractors will also be responsible for the first aid services, screening, diagnosis, counseling of STDs, HIV for his staff and workmen, including transport for injured personnel to either Embu or Kagio. The contractor will also be responsible to arrange and pay for medical services obtained from respective hospitals for injured personnel. We'll also be buying an ambulance for the clinic. We'll engage a registered, preferably, it will be the level of possibly a registered doctor or a clinical officer, a nurse, and follow the relevant laws and regulations as per approvals of the Ministry of Health. This is a material testing facility which is part of the works, and the testing laboratory is being put up by the contractor, and you can see it is the level of almost getting finished. We will equip the testing laboratory equipment and with the necessary testing equipment and apparatus needed for performance of all the tests which will be undertaken within the project. We will manage the testing laboratory, maintain the equipment and the facilities for testing cement, concrete aggregate, concrete itself, soil and road materials in accordance with the relevant sections in the technical specifications desirable in the projects.
The purpose of the project basically is to bring water to the farms in the most efficient and the cheapest way possible.
Hii mradi ni mradi ya kutuletea maendeleo. Tutaitumia kulima mchele, kulima nyanya, hata kila kitu yote. Tumefurahia kabisa hii mradi. Watoto wapate chakula, hata wapate makazi.
We have done others before, other projects, and of course we won by virtue of we scored higher marks. We are still thinking that after this project, the company profile will go a little bit higher for future competition with our contractors.
This project started on 22nd March 2021 and slated to end on 22nd July 2022. And the project involves construction of irrigation canals and their related structures. The canals that are involved is we have the Canal 1, starting from intake, Nyamidi intakes. We have rehabilitation works there. Then we have other rehabilitation work on the Canal 2 from Dhiba intake also. Then coming all the way to where we have Link Canal 3. So in Link Canal 1 and Link Canal 2, they are just repair works because those are existing canals. The main work starts from the connection of Link Canal 3 and the Canal 2.
This is a laboratory where normally we perform our tests. We normally ensure that whatever we produce for this project, the quality is top-notch. There is several tests where we test on densities of the materials. In this case, about concrete, we are talking about aggregates and also sand, cement, and also water that we use. Those are major components of concrete. We normally check before we produce the concrete. For aggregates, normally what we test, we check densities. We normally check abrasion for abrasion test. Then we normally check on the particle size distribution of the materials, among other tests. On the fine aggregates, we normally do an organic test. That is checking the impurities or deleterious materials in the material, in the sand, and also the sand equivalent. We normally test to see the amount of clay in that sand.
Behind me, we have several apparatus. We have the crushing machine. This one, its work is just to crush our cubes to check on the strengths of various concrete classes. We have several concrete classes. To start with, we have A, which normally attaches to bridges. We have B2, which normally attach to box culverts. We have C, C2, which normally go to linings, and so forth. From the crushing machine, we have the ablation machine. Ablation normally takes in consideration the strength of the particles due to wearing. So that's where the ablation part of it comes in. Right behind you, we have normally where we soak our materials to absorb that moisture before they come to crushing, the first stage in crushing.
This area is already covered by rice.
In terms of design, of course, the Mutidi branch Canal 3, the designs are complete. Link Canal 3, the designs are complete. Now, what the designs are ongoing right now is the Mutidi main canal and Mutidi branch Canal 2, 1, 2, and 4. For those ones are rehabilitation because those canals had been constructed. Yes, so design for main canal and branch Canal 1, 2, and 4 are ongoing. Survey works for those works are, I think, we are around 80% complete.
The first step, we usually get the survey from our survey team. After they've done their leveling, they've taken all the measurements, they prepare a survey drawing. Now with the survey drawing, now we superimpose our structures onto the survey drawing so that we can get the elevations of all the points of the structure. So once with the survey drawing, we superimpose our structure there. Then we prepare sections. We give different sections for the structure. We try to give as much detail as possible so that there's nothing we have to infer from other places. So it gives us the total view of the structure completely on ground. Then once we prepare the sections, we assemble all the parts. Basically, there are three main things. There's the general layout where you just position the structure on the ground and you see the land, how it is, the position of the inspection road, position of any existing road. Then once you get the general layout, you get the setting out data where you are now positioning every point on that structure, which is important, so that you can actually place it on the ground. Then after the setting out data, we do the cross sections now. For each section, we show the earthwork that is going to be involved. And then after the sections, we now do the reinforcement. We give out the reinforcement details, the bars that are going to be used for the structure. Once we've done that, I think that is complete. Then we hand it out to the consultant to inspect the work. If it's okay, they approve it. Then they tell us to officially submit it. Then we submit it, and we can now go to the ground and start our construction.
We start with the survey data. When we get the survey data, then we do the general layout for the structures. This is the general layout. We put the structure where it is supposed to be on the ground. Then we do the setting out data. The setting out data for the structures will help the surveyors in the field to set out the structure in the exact position where it's supposed to be. So that's the second thing we do. Then after that, we prepare the different sections for the structure. And then the final thing we do, we prepare for reinforcement for the structure. So we do the steel reinforcement, we prepare the bar bending schedule for the structure, then we submit the structure for approval. So once it is approved, the structure can be constructed.
What I'm working on right now is calculating the quantities of the sections of the roads. This is MBC3, Motivi branch canal 3. So these are cross sections. What you can see right now, the cross sections along the canal from the chain edges 00 to, it's around 7 kilometers. So 00 to the end. So the engineers provided cross sections per chainage. So I'm trying to calculate the quantities of some of the works that are ongoing, including excavation, the maram, stripping, rehabilitation works, staffing, and maybe whip holes for some of the canals and structures.
In terms of length, Link Canal 3 is 2.351 kilometers. Mutithi Branch Canal 1 is around 1.5 kilometers. Mutithi Main Canal, MMC, which is actually parallel to the road to Kadongi, is around 2.4 kilometers. From which branches another now branch 2, around 2.5 kilometers. We have Mutithi Branch Canal 3, which had not been constructed by the previous contractor. And it was just left unconstructed, which is now currently under construction by us, which is the Mutithi Branch Canal 3, 7.7, around approximately 7 kilometers. Then we have Mutithi Branch Canal 4, which is 7.4 kilometers.
Welcome to our Lake Canal 3. This is a box culvert among so many structures we are constructing along Lake Canal 3. This chain is 0.059, where we are supposed to erect our box culvert. The box culvert is a structure which is normally like a linking between this, as you can see on our left side, we have a road linking to the road which is on the other side. Right now what we are doing is excavation. We are almost there. Later on we are going to put in our praying. To start with, we have to start with our class D, class of concrete, where it's going to be done all our praying. That shall be done in the next few hours. Later on, we fix on reinforcement and put our structure using the class B2, which is the second class after D1, class D. From there now, we shall have our structure, and this is, as you can see, that point is where we have the diversion structure, and which we are going to link the Lake Canal 2 to Lake Canal 3. From there we can open our drain so that water can access onto MBC3 downwards. The works which are going down here right now is excavation to level to achieve our bottom part of our structure. From there on, now we shall set on our briding, of which now this is the service, which is going to make it the service level, so that we can put on our steel fix, and later on we elect our structure. And I hope with in coming 2 or 3 months, we shall have done with these box trials.
So we want to talk about STIs today, and before I talk about STIs, I want to have a recap of UTI because zinakujanga ni kama ni UTI mingi. So UTI is the urinary tract infection, right? Tulisoma last time. Inakujanga saa zingine bi jua hygiene in our urinary parts. So UTI starts with unakuta itchiness around your private area. You can have itchiness, you can have discharge, and then ikipersist sana unasikianga kwa uchungu hapo kikazo.
As far as now mean works is concerned, on doing Canal 3 we have done design. We have also constructed 1 box culvert, and the other 3 box culvert are ongoing. The other works are ongoing. We started downstream for the main purpose that this is more or less due to drainage. Start from the downstream side, from kilometer 7 coming upwards all the way to 0. Where we have reached right now, we are past 3 plus 500 in terms of that works. We have done inspection road up to kilometer 4 plus 100. Of course, it's ongoing, but we have an inspection road complete from kilometer 5 to 7. What we have not started, it's ongoing, is canal embankment, which is quite now specialized an activity because of the intended use of the canal to deliver water to the farms. We don't want the canal to have issues with the seepage. So its construction is, even the material is different. We are yet to start on that one. So that's where the works are going.